I didn't know shit about copywriting, and I want to share with you the 3 key lessons that allowed me to make this money while living a lifestyle that I only once dreamed of. Yo, what is up, guys? Mao here. I'm back with another video, another day, another video. You already know the vibes, baby. So today what I want to talk about is, well, first let me show you. I just added up all the money that I've made as a copywriter. I took my bank statement and I added it up, and we got $90,247.91. This was starting when I quit my job. Basically, I started making money last year in January as a copywriter. I made my first $1,500 on January 6th of 2023. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like $90,000 in a year and 3-4 months is a lot of money, because it's not, okay? It ain't shit. But here's the thing. This is probably about how much I would have made at my engineering job if I stayed there. I was making $80K a year. It's probably what I would have made, except the past 15 months of my life, I would have been inside a fucking office, inside a fucking cubicle. I wouldn't have learned any of the skills that I've learned now. I would not have lived in Colombia for 3 years, in Mexico, on the beach, in Puerto Escondido for 2 months, gone to a forest of Oaxaca and tripped mushrooms in the forest, and met my friend that I then went and saw in Chile this year. Okay, I'm fast forwarding. Lived in Oaxaca for 2 months in a fucking co-living space with badass people. Dude, there's so much cool shit I've done this past year and a half while I made this money, okay? I went to Oaxaca. After that, I went to San Cristobal. After that, I went to Hawaii with the IO crew. Shout out Jake. I met fucking badass people. I've made friends that I will have for the rest of my life. I lived in Argentina for the past 4 months, and now I'm back in Medellin. And honestly, like, the amount of memories that I have made this whole time while I've been making this money is like, I've lived lifetimes, okay, this past 15 months. I have lived multiple lifetimes as opposed to living one fucking life trapped inside a miserable hellhole of a job in Austin, Texas, paying me the same amount that I did now. Learning zero skills, zero life skills, not making new friends that are on the same wave as me, not connecting with different girls and women around the world, not just like living life to the fucking fullest, dude. Like, this is me working and barely fucking trying. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this could be way more money if I was just in one place. All I was doing was work like a fucking robot. I would have made way more money than this, okay? But here's the thing. Business is not linear, all right? Business is exponential. So as I've made all this money, I have basically been paid to learn valuable skills and to live life and to be free. Are you listening? Do you hear that? I have been paid to learn and to live life. I am a student of life. I am constantly learning, constantly evolving, and this $90,000 in a year and some change is gonna turn into $90,000 in a fucking month, in a year or two, okay? I fucking guarantee it. That is where we're going, and that is why I quit my engineering job, because at a job, you're capped, okay? I was making 80K, would have eventually gotten a raise, 90K. Maybe I could have got a whole new job. Maybe I could have made 120K as an engineer, okay? I've been getting offers like that. Who fucking knows, okay? But still, that is fucking chump change compared to my potential that I know that I have and where I can get to, okay? And in the business world, how much you make and how much freedom you have and how much money you make is all dependent on how hard you work and on how much you show up, and yeah. So, like I said, this is just the fucking beginning. $90,247.91. That is how much I made in my first full year and some change of copywriting. Literally starting from ground zero. I didn't know shit about copywriting at all. As soon as I went into it, and this is what I've made. And I want to share with you the 3 key lessons that allowed me to make this money while living a lifestyle that I only once dreamed of. So I'm gonna get a little bit more like into the nitty gritty here of like how I got these clients and how you can do the same and how to think about getting clients and the mindset that you need to have, okay? So first tip is to, here's the thing, everybody's asking me, or like not everybody, but like sometimes I get DMs, they're like, yo, how do I get my first client? Where do I look? How did you get your first client? How do you do outreach? Here's the thing, I talked about this in my last video. My first client was a friend of a friend in locally in Austin, Texas, okay? So if anybody is trying to get into copywriting or Facebook ads or fucking email marketing, whatever the fuck you're trying to do, it doesn't fucking matter. SEO, everybody always wants to work with like biggest brands, right? Oh, I want to work with the biggest info products. I want to work with the best e-commerce brands, like yada, yada, yada. And yes, you can do that, but it's fucking hard. It's not easy to land an ecom client when you have no case studies, no results. You're just getting started. Nobody's gonna want to work with you. This business model has been around for a while now, and all those people have their guard up. So they're not just gonna work with a random fucking person, especially if you're sending shitty cold emails or DMs, which you probably are if you're starting out, okay? So the biggest thing that you can do is tap into your already existing network, okay? So you have family, you have friends, you know people that probably need whatever service that you are trying to learn or that you want to offer, right? So first step 0 is own it. Decide that that's what you're doing. What I talked about in my previous video, but there's a little bit more technical, okay? Like once you decide it, you say, this is what I'm doing, right? So you have to embody that first, because then that allows you to go to other people, to your friends or to whoever, and tell them like, yo, I'm a copywriter now. I'm a Facebook ads manager now. I'm a media buyer now, right? Like you have to like say that that's what you are, and then people will take you seriously, right? So you go up to somebody, you reach out to your fucking contacts, whatever. This just happened to be my roommate. I told him I'm a copywriter now, and as soon as he gets a call, that was already in his mind, right? So reach out to the people that you know, right? And tell them, hey, I'm a copywriter now. I'm getting into this. Do you need any help writing emails? Do you need any help writing ads? Fill in the blank, right? Because if you're doing Facebook ads or you're doing whatever, do you need help doing X, Y, and Z? I am now this, right? And boom. Reach out to people that you know locally. I guarantee you will have 100 times easier chance of landing a client that way, okay? And then here's another thing. If you're starting out and you have no case studies, then you might have to work for free, or at least offer to work for free, right? Offer to give them value for free, okay? So the way that I got my first client was that he asked me, he's like, okay, cool, how much do you want to get paid? And I told him like, bro, don't even worry about that right now, okay? I just want to help you out. That's all I said. So that like pushed the ball a little bit further, right? And then I bought the course, I started learning, and then I basically made him like an audit of like everything. I was in the course that I bought, was like how to make an audit. So I made the audit, and I was like, yo, this is what you need, this is what I want to do, and like here's how I'm gonna help you, right? And he's like, okay, sick. He set me up with like his CMO guy, marketing guy. And then he was like, well, how much do you want to get paid? I had already given him so much value that he was like, well, if you're going to work for us, like we have to pay you. Otherwise, you know, you're going to fuck off, or like you have to get paid. And I was like, cool. So I was just like $1,500 a month. And he was like, okay. And boom, I got my first client. Like that's literally how it happened. But here's the thing. You have to provide value at first, okay? If you want somebody to hire you. If you have provided no value, then they're not gonna fucking hire you, okay? I started on the job assuming that they were gonna pay me. Like, I don't know how to explain this. There's like 2 options here, right? Where you're like, okay, cool, like I wanna do this. And then they're like, okay, cool, how much you wanna get paid? And it's like, oh, $2,000 a month. And they're like, well, shit. You ruin your chances because they're like, well, you don't have any case studies or whatever. And then now it's all about the $2,000 a month, right? But the other end is like, dude, don't even worry about that right now. I'm just gonna get started. I wanna help you out. You're just assuming the best possible outcome, right? So that's what I did. I just got started. I just started working. And then it all just made sense. I gave them so much value that they had no choice but to hire me. And I knew that was what was gonna happen. So that's how I got my first client. And then once I got that client, here's the thing, I didn't go around looking for more clients, okay? I said, I'm gonna master this fucking skill. I'm gonna get really good at email marketing, which is what I was doing, okay? And copywriting, right? So I used the money to invest in other courses, right? Well, no, first I just tried to do everything as much as I could with the course that I already bought, right? But then once I got to a point where I was like, man, I need to learn more, I need to get better at this. And then I looked for another course that was gonna help me. And that was Copy MBA, I think, from fucking Mason. So I got Copy MBA and I was like, I need to get better at copywriting. And then it was in that moment where I moved to Medellin. I moved to Medellin at $1,500 a month, People tell me like, dude, once I make 10K a month, I want to start traveling like you. Like, bro, I moved to Medellin at $1,500 a month because it's fucking cheap as hell over here if you're making dollars, okay? My spot was like $400. Food was probably no more than like $200 a month. Fucking gym was like 30 bucks. I was like basically living off like $600, $700, $800 a month total here. So I was in the fucking green, right? So this let me invest in other courses, which is another mindset you have to have, is that you have to be willing to invest in courses, in masterminds, in communities, and things that are gonna help you get to the next level, right? So once I was down in Medellin, I wanted to work with a coach, a relationship coach, and I knew he was in Medellin, so I hit him up and I said, yo, let's get lunch. I had been following his work for a while, kind of like travel, nomad, relationship guy. We met up and I basically told him like, dude, I can help you write on Twitter. So I got him as a client, right? So then I was making $2K a month. That didn't happen until I got to Medellin. All right. So recap, tip number 1, reach out to people that you know. I swear that'll be the easiest way you find a client. 2, once you get that client and they're paying you money, only focus on getting super good at the skill and getting results. Once you have those results, then you can start reaching out to other brands, other businesses, and yada yada. And use the money that you make at the beginning to invest it into getting better at what you're doing, okay? Read books, buy courses, just get good at the skill that you're learning, all right? Tip number 3 is to just start talking to people about it, right? Like get on Twitter, hella community in there, okay? Talk about what you're doing, grow your brand on Twitter or whatever, and just be cool, just be a cool guy, all right? Eventually, people will reach out to you. One of the longest clients I've had so far that's probably paid me the most money, there was at one point when I was like doing hella outreach in Mexico, just like I need to land a client, I was doing hella outreach, and I got a few clients. But there was one client that my friend that I had met in Medellin, he goes, yo, some chick needs email marketing, so he just sent me her way. And she ended up needing like these flows and like campaigns, like whatever. I pitched her on a retainer, and now she pays me like $5,000 a month, every single month for like a few emails, okay? So, like I said, you just have to first decide. Then, if you want to find a client fast, reach out to people you know, tell them what you're doing, and then invest in courses, start living the lifestyle, start embodying that new thing, right? Tell people about it, meet people, start doing what you want to do. Like I moved to Medellin, and it was because I moved to Medellin and then I started traveling and I met other digital nomads. I put myself in the flow of opportunity to attract other opportunities to come to me, okay? And that is how I ended up with clients that are paying me 5, 6, 7, 8K, 10K a month, okay? That is where I'm at. My highest month has been like 12K so far as a copywriter. It's really not that much, okay? But like I said, I've been living the lifestyle that I want to live. And now I'm using all the skills I learned to build my brand, build my products, all that shit, okay? So that is how I've made $90,247.91 as a copywriter while traveling and living life and investing in experiences and in knowledge and in courses and just getting life experience, man. I would not have this any other way. I know that the ceiling is infinite for me, and that's how you should feel too, okay? Nothing is a waste of time, nothing is a waste of money. Everything happens for you, everything happens to you, and you can learn from every single thing, okay? Every dollar I've invested, anything I've bought online that has been for my growth has helped me, even if it was just like one little thing, two little things, and it's things that I will ultimately apply to my life moving forward. That is what my favorite part is about this game, is that nothing goes to waste. These are all skills that transfer to every aspect of your life. And if you're thinking about getting into the online space or whatever, I fucking recommend it because it just helps you level up as a person, okay? That is my spiel, that is my rant. I hope this helps some of you. Get fucking after it. Make some fucking money. Make some moves. Start traveling. Let's fucking go, baby. Subscribe, like for more videos, and yeah, let's fucking go.